Hey guys, it's Cyclone. What's going on? Um, I'm here with some Hunter x Hunter, and I'll put this on the channel as the primary, search result. The channel video. I thought I would come on here and just check it out. So I'm gonna go through the Reddit. I have the chat open. Anything you want to ask or talk about, feel free. Let's do it. Hopefully, we have some good topics today. I'm just waiting for this to come back. Any interesting topics? Maybe what I should do. The answer of this is no, not without interference. Dude was in Zetsu, basically. For comment, why do people not like the Chimera Ant arc? That's interesting. So yeah, it's the longest arc. I understand that. And frankly, I think the anime did it unbelievable favors. I mean, we have to admit the music, the fact that the animation quality in some of those scenes, like, do we think that some of those scenes would hit as hard in manga format? Like Gon staring down Pito in the anime, Netero Meruem anime. Hell, man, the last match, Komugi Meruem. Frankly, the last match, Komugi Meruem, because it's not an action sequence, but even the voice acting in those scenes, oh, they add so much emotion and depth. Even if you were reading it, the emotion in Komugi's voice, Meruem asking, "Why are you crying?" Like that sort of stuff, you can't get in. You have to hear it from the actor. So that's when, frankly, the anime adds so much. The show adds so much to the source material. And I feel like we have to admit the anime boosted this series up to a different level. I'm not knocking Togashi's greatness. That is not what I'm doing here. But people complained about the artwork in that arc. And frankly, Togashi has really stepped up the artwork game in the Succession War arc. And I actually want to say, like, people fail to appreciate how much better, generally speaking, the artwork has gotten. Not saying that Togashi's a bad artist, but there were historically bad illustrations in the Chimera Ant arc. Just, he was not, he was really starting his hiatus journey when he got into Chimera Ant, like Greed Island into Chimera Ant, I believe. And you can tell he was struggling with his work ethic and his consistency. So now I feel like he's gotten the groove down, and man, the artwork in the last 30 chapters has been solid A effort, A material. Some of the illustrations, like in Nasubi's room, unbelievable. Just like you could have spent days drawing that mural in the background. But back to this question, I understand why people don't like it. I'm going to be frank. Because you have to understand the Chimera Ant arc technically includes everything until we meet, when we start the election arc. That includes the invasion, but some people, they separate pre-invasion and then invasion is its own arc. So Chimera Ant is everything building up to the invasion, from Kite to that. So it's like, okay, that part, there is a lot of Succession War style buildup. You can tell that Togashi, this is how he does things, where 75% of an arc is build-up. But it builds up really compelling plot points. Then when you get to that last 25 or so percent where all the conflict resolves, that's the beauty of how he does his arcs. The anticipation and payoff, he puts a lot of anticipation into the arc. So yes, the ants, like Ranmot, all that shit, who the hell cares, really? But what you see is Ranmot's plot device as being a delusional character. Ranmot has his own character journey. People don't like the character, generally speaking. I don't frankly love the character. But if you look at how Ranmot is used for the whole story, he absolutely serves a narrative purpose. Just like the first time I didn't love Akalgo, when I first went through, I was like, no, get me back to the other shit. I'm so hyped. But then you go back and watch Akalgo's relevance to the Gyro story, which now we still have anticipation for Gyro. So Akalgo builds up a literal plot device, a plot purpose to reach Gyro. Like, he's the example of post-birth memories. The ants knowing their human backgrounds. Welfin and Akalgo's struggle. That whole thing was... Togashi literally create, and I said this in another video where he makes branching plot paths. So you are in the invasion, and you have, like, you know your goals, but then he brings off this extra branch. Oh, now we have the Gyro. So he goes like this. So now you look back, a lot of the side stuff in this arc actually makes a lot of important contribution to the part, because now we have other things to chase. We have the Bizef gang. They're going to find Gyro. It's a whole new plot point born out of this arc. So he builds other incentives, journeys. Look at Hisoka Crollo. From Greed Island, we got this fight. Technically York knew, but from York knew to the conclusion, which now leads into this current arc. So yeah, he jumped a few arcs, but he built the seeds in earlier pieces, which is why the Gyro stuff, we are still waiting for that. And if Gyro has any connection to Meteor City's past, it's a wrap. It's a freaking wrap, man. Like, it's over. Like, ultimate arc incoming if we get a Gyro to Meteor City. Oh, unbelievable if we get that. So let's keep going. I went on a tangent, but I think I explained why. While it's long, while it's, a lot of heavy exposition, a lot of explanation. I mean, you learning stuff. The ants are learning Nen. They're learning their system, their own motivations. But in doing so, when you look back at the whole arc, watching the ant arc saga unfold, and you can see how these characters are evolving as individuals. When the whole idea of being ants was to not be individualized, you see that the human qualities, the whole thing about the left and right side, was the entire arc was dealing with your two halves. What side of yourself do you take? We're all human. We're all complex creatures. So ants, are they really ants anymore with human influence? I think the arc tells us no. I think Togashi hints at the human desire for individual expression and goals in most situations, except in the most extreme of loyalties. They supersede instinct and the desire of ant kind. And that's why the arc does the things it does. So, anything else? Artwork is great. I love artwork, but we can't really talk about it that much. Topics. I mean, it's hard and... Oh, no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Now we got a topic. Generally speaking, I actually don't mind what I'm seeing. I'm looking. Crollo could be lower. All right, we have some assumptions here. We got the Zodiac thrown in here. We don't know. You can't like. Yes, I get it. Netero had these guys as sparring partners. He had them as colleagues. I totally get it. But what are we talking about with Nen? Is it their applications in their profession? Is it their combat power? If we're talking about combat, I kind of like generally what I'm seeing. Generally, you know my opinions of the guard versus Netero. I think Netero, frankly, I would put Netero is at the end of SS, not the beginning. That's my only difference. That's it. We're talking about raw Nen, like output, skill. Like Netero's the most skilled Nen user besides Jing that we know of. So, what's interesting is you got characters like Morel, who Togashi apparently calls really not a ultra master at anything. He's kind of just a flexible guy, but be hard pressed not to call Morel extremely gifted with his abilities. Like that's my point. He's very gifted with what he can do. He makes very good use of his skills. I would call that mastery, even though maybe Togashi's saying in the category, Morel is not a master. But with the amount of skills at his disposal, you'd have to put Morel in a similar category to Hisoka. And Hisoka's at A+. Morel is at A. Okay, let's look at, besides the uber characters, let's look like at, from Crollo down. Because this is, Bodabai, I think is incredibly gifted. I don't doubt that, but I'm a little more compelled with what's down here, frankly. You got your A's. Maybe, good one, Kite. Kite is a great character to focus on here because a lot of people underrate this character. A lot of people put Kite at the bottom of A probably, or maybe even in B. Nah, man. Kite is Phantom Troop quality caliber hunter. Absolutely. He took out an entire squad of soldier ants in one attack. I know that doesn't sound like a ton, but it's like and he cut down a forest. And with his fight with Pito, at the very least, with one arm, this guy, and with Pito, but they blitzed, they decimated a forest. Again, I've talked about his last fight with Pito. He was probably using some sort of condition state. We think number 3 is a special number. But you gotta take it for what it is. He was able to do all that. He's absolutely in this caliber. I frankly, my thoughts with Razor. I think Razor is ahead of these two. I think Razor is absolutely in the S tier. I do. I call me a Razor stan, and I know people will say, but he can only do it on Greed Island. That's like, yeah, but this dude's Nen quantity, it's craziness. So, I like generally, wow. The Prince characters, oh shit, hang on a second. The MVP, Rihan, the MVP, Zhang Li, wait, what? No. This is cap. I'm gonna use a Gen Z term. This is cap. This is cap. No freaking chance, dude. Don't call the Nen Beast a Nen. No, cap. He's not. Shouldn't be on this list. No. No. Saradnik right now is up here. Saradnik is absolutely in B tier. With 1 month of training, he is in B tier. Give him another, he'll be, one of these characters. By the end of this saga, please get to the end, Togashi. We're gonna have Saradnik up here. He's gonna be one of these types. I mean, man. Oh, I love it. I love to see it. I love to see my goat Camilla. Yes, I know people. You know it. What the hell are you doing here? What? Behorn, whatever the hell his name is, Byhorn. I don't even know what this guy's name is. Please. Give my man Bosch. What? This is cap. This is what? Pakinoda in D? No. Absolutely not. Corto? What? No, man. No, this is cap. This is cap. These characters are way too low. No. She's what? This dude can create a mini city with his Nen. Come on. No. That's bogus. I'm sorry. There's no... No. Zocto and Lynch are not... They're cool characters. They're not Phantom Troop characters. No freaking shot. No. Theta? And what? All right. I got a little annoyed by that. Just telling you. Melody in D? I don't know about that. I think Melody's a C because her ability is fucking hacks. Nah, man. This is getting a little messy for me. I don't know. Yeah, you're trash. We just talked about you. We don't know. I mean, yeah, we doubt that he's that gifted. Satellite Dragonflies in E? I mean, it's a pretty damn good surveillance ability. Excuse me. Allergy season is terrible, guys. I'm sorry. All right. Where's Genthru? Okay, C? All right, fair enough. Not bad. I mean, it's pretty good. I rated Nen Mastery and their abilities. All right, so it's how effective their abilities are as well. All right. That's all right. Let's see. What else we got? I'd probably sort by newest, actually. I should do that. Ha! That's funny. Nah. And frankly, it's the other way around. It would be that Meruem likes Komugi so much. Oh, and vice versa. But that is funny. Maybe. Gyro and Phantom Troop. Oh yeah, man. This is what I just mentioned this. Yes. We're gonna go find Gyro Sama. Yeah, you can think that. Yep. Yep. Yes. So we remember that they went back to deal with Zazan, but you know, what if there was a certain Gyro character working with Zazan and helped her get the nest built in the first place? Not that Zazan needs help necessarily, but politically it would be interesting. I mean, clearly we see that the ants are open to working with political allies, people with influence or resources. Yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, I think having them work together would be really, really fascinating. And keep going here. Just trying to find some topics. Pariston, man. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 rivalry. 10 out of 10. It's just two trolls having fun with. Dude, it's literally two trolls trying to out troll each other. That's what this is. It's 100% genius. Okay. I'm just going to go through. I mean, Killa was one of my all time faves. Meruem is an all time fave. Hisoka. I like Crollo as well. I like Crollo more with the flashback. I think Togashi did a great job giving us something to latch onto. Crollo definitely. I think Crollo works better with a backstory, and Hisoka works better without a backstory. I think Hisoka must always remain mysterious. That is 100% necessary to me to make Hisoka as popular as he is. We should never learn about his past. Never. Never, ever tell us how Hisoka became Hisoka. Just don't. We need to just accept that he is a freak of nature that lives in our society. That's the sort of thing where you see people in real life and you're like, I don't even want to know where they came from. I don't need to know anymore. Like, I just don't even want to worry about it. Like, I feel like Hisoka's purpose, the mystery, that's what makes it. Crollo having a conflicted past, we saw it. You have to struggle between hating him and understanding him. That's the type of antagonist you can really enjoy, and you can put a lot of investment into. he's an incredible character, and I think the backstory made it better to see optimistic Crollo turn into today's Crollo. Very, very effective, right? Morel's better than good. Morel's my dude. I'd hang out with Morel every day. Man, he's a beast. The smoking, I don't love smoke, but oh, this is interesting. These two, the two blonde boys here. That Poof is one of the most conflicted characters in the show. He's super controversial. People hate him. I think I like to hate him. I think I enjoy how how persistent and stubborn he is. That's when you have ultimate stubbornness and like you will not change your mind. You are going to do what you think is right at all costs. You talk about an addict to their own desires and he wants that future to come to life. Watching the lengths he'll go to even trick Meruem, to trick Pito, these are comrades of his, he's going to trick them. There are people in this world that will go to any length to get their result, right? So I don't love Poof, but I really respect what Poof is. And then, Kurapika. I really like Kurapika. Okay. Kurapika to me, though, he's a character that benefits a lot from the plot. If Kurapika doesn't have a compelling plot around him, the character by himself, to me, is a little boring and dry. But because he is a plot-driven character, he is extremely, kind of like, actually, these two are kind of similar. The plots make them way more enjoyable to invest in my opinion. Killua is an unbelievable character by himself. Meruem is an unbelievable character by himself. Hisoka adds to the plot. He doesn't need necessarily a compelling plot. He gives a lot to the plot just on who he is. And this, wow, that's cap. All right, guys. I think there's not much else. Oh. All right, last one. Okay. All right. Nobody in present day. Her name is Alluka, and that's all that you bring. Killua and Alluka. That's it. That's all I bring. There's nobody else. Of course, a pissed off Gon, Alluka, and Killua. That's it. That is the only team in the verse that will beat this team. That's it. That's it. There's nobody else. Sorry, guys. Sorry to burst your bubble. Sorry, Netero fans. He can't do it. We saw that he can't do it. Sorry. The scientist. I mean, I would have Nove and Morel for utility 100%. Okay, so do you need a number? 5. Killua, Aluka, Nove, Morel, and I mean Netero can't kill them. He's defense at best. And Zero Hand's gonna kill him anyway, and that's one Royal Guard heavily injured, probably. Like, not even killed. So see, Crollo, excuse me. So here's how it works. Ready? No, no. Here's the plan. Killua and Aluka and Nove are good enough as it is, but I'm gonna add Morel and Crollo into that mix because you can use Nov's room to prep. So that's it, man. Nov, Morel, Crollo, Killua, and Aluka. There's your team. That's my team. I'm going with it. All right, guys, I'm going to have to end the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. But yeah, let me know if you read this. What's your team?